Well, we expected a weekend of drama in the SPL with Hibs taking on Aberdeen and Dundee facing St Mirren in a relegation battle. But what we didn't expect was Inverness Caley Thistle getting their first ever win at Celtic Park, and that match being followed by Neil Lennon's threat to quit the club. It's time to have a look behind the headlines in today's Backpage Monday. Well, I suppose we'll begin with the big story, Hugh. I mean, the outburst from Neil Lennon after the match, the threat to quit. Do we even take that seriously?
Well, if anyone shouts at me over the course of this broadcast, I will threaten to go, I can assure you of that. No, I describe it in today's paper as a preposterous fit of pique. People are lining up to embarrass Celtic at Celtic Park. St Johnstone got a draw there after Celtic were a goal up. Kilmarnock won there this season for the first time in 57 years. Inverness Caley Thistle have won there for the first time in their history in a league match. And Celtic have failed to win 50% of their league games. If somebody shouts at the manager, you'll just have to put up with it, Neil, I'm sorry.
I mean, the attendance on Saturday wasn't the best, so you can understand why the guys that are there are getting frustrated when they're not being rewarded with the performances or the results.
I've heard all these stories that Celtic will start their season when the Champions League group stages are completed, and then they can focus on the league. Well, in that case, they should start charging the fans to get in after the group stages are finished, not before.
Now, I mean, you have to give credit to Caley Thistle, though, because that sometimes gets lost when there's a grand headline like that after the match. You know, people sometimes don't give them the credit they're due.
And not only did they win 1-0, but they were shortchanged because it might have been more. So all credit to Terry Butcher, who's achieved remarkable results this season. Inverness Caley Thistle have now won at Ibrox in the Cup and at Celtic Park in the league. That says it all for them.
Now, you were through in Paisley for your sins at the weekend, and you were rewarded with a great game by the looks of things.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was a smashing match first and foremost, and there was a Neil Lennon type incident involving Tommy Craig, who is number 2 to Danny Lennon at Paisley, where the fans got on to him, and this was when St Mirren were winning 2-1. But Tommy's solution at the end of the game, he invited 2 supporters to lunch on Thursday at St Mirren's training ground to show them the match over again in video to get across his point. Well done, Tommy.
And it's also led to a great headline in today's paper.
Give pieces a chance. Whoever thought that up, smashing.
Now, there was one other big story at the weekend, and I noticed the papers today speaking about the fact that Rangers fans are being overcharged for games in the 3rd Division. But what about that fiasco in Elgin on Sunday?
I think the most telling comment is the one we've got on the back page from David Longmuir, the SFL chief executive, who says that Elgin attempted to put profit before safety. That's a very dangerous thing to do. So there'll have to be an inquiry into the fiasco. And for a club to print 1,000 tickets too many, I'm not sure that can be put down to an error of judgment. I think David Longmuir has to investigate further.
Jim is speaking about it in his column today as well. I mean, the fans like that, they shouldn't be getting ripped off just because they're playing further down the divisions.
You know, we had a story last week from the Elgin chairman who spoke in such glowing terms of the welcome they'd received from Rangers at Ibrox, how it even brought a tear to the eye of the Elgin party. Now to be accused of ripping the Rangers fans off, that can't be allowed.
And I noticed there was nobody from Elgin really available for comment in the wake of this fiasco either.
Well, again, they should put themselves up to comment, unless they're trying to think up a good one in the meantime. But all fans are precious, regardless of which division they're in, and you can't rip off fans, whether it's in the SPL or SFL 1, 2 or 3.
Now, we did have a great game between Hibs and Aberdeen as well, but it's a big week of action up ahead of us now.
Niall McGinn, 8th goal. Aberdeen are closing in on Celtic. Will Celtic beat Hearts at Tynecastle on Wednesday? I think that's debatable. So we could have a new leader of the SPL come Thursday morning.
Well, it's a very big week, as you can see. Thanks very much for joining us for today's Backpage Monday, and thanks to yourself as well, Hugh.
I'm not staying if you shout.